you all of this is because what we've been trying to document is free movement experiences, both pre-Brexit, during the transition, and then post-Brexit. And what we have seen is that in Great Yarmouth, it's a town which sort of reflects what Donald's saying. It's 1 in 10 of the population in around Great Yarmouth are EU migrant workers. And in the central wards where the house I've just shown is situated, probably 1 in 4. And I think, and I hear what you say about a loose connection, but what we see between leave voting and the arrival of EU migrant workers, but what we see is there's been a significant change in the town, and indeed Great Yarmouth had the 5th highest leave vote in the country. Now, the experiences of people were not all unremittingly bad, as that quote shows, but in fact, what we've been looking at is their experiences at work and their experiences in housing. Now, as far as housing is concerned, a lot of the EU migrants came from Latvia, Lithuania, and they were brought to the UK via agencies who put them into caravans or into HMOs, overcrowded HMOs. And their experiences when they first arrived were pretty terrible. And indeed, there's some pretty grueling, grim accounts of their experiences when they were shoved into houses with people they didn't know and what happened to particularly the women at night. And if the women tried to leave the accommodation that they'd been given by the agency, they had to carry on paying because this was part of the agency's packaging. Now, it wasn't just accommodation, both when they first arrived, but subsequently the HMO that Fiona had been living in shows an example of just how bad things were in terms of accommodation. But it was also employment.